You know, when I did the teaching to you that babies don't come from heaven, all religious people wanted to fight because they always believe that it is God that gives children. No, you are responsible for the children you have. The only human being that God produced by himself is Adam. And why does God allow man to suffer? God is not the reason why you suffer. You suffer because you made choices that you couldn't control their outcome. Remember, you have the right to make the choice, but you do not have the power to control the outcome of the choice. So you are a free moral agent, but your freedom is not infinite. You're only a free moral agent to the degree to which you can make choice, but you're not free in determining the outcome of the choice. That's why a boy, a radical boy, can pick a girl on the road, rape her, and get her pregnant. Is God for rape? No. Does God bless rape? No. Why did the boy rape the girl and she's pregnant? Because when God created the universe, he put into the universe abilities and systems and allows man by his choice to trigger any system or ability. It is not God that gives children. It is man and woman that decides children. That's why in science you can block the process of productivity and God will not push it, because man has the power to determine whether he wants to have children or not. It shows you that God is not part of all that happens. So the boy raped the girl is pregnant. Why? Because inside the girl there is a system, and inside the man there is a system. When two of them meet and trigger those systems have the ability within the system to produce a baby. The only human being that God produced by himself is Adam. That's why Adam does not have deformity. To show you that God is not the one responsible for pregnancy and childbirth. Some children come out without eyes. Some children come out with bent legs. Some children come out with disease. Some children come out with jaundice. That cannot be God. He's perfect in all of his ways. So we're waiting for God to give us a baby. You better go and get a baby. I'm very serious. You better go. Somebody say, where do I go to? Find out where the system is working and make the system work. You know, when I did the teaching to you that babies don't come from heaven, all religious people wanted to fight me, because they always believe that it is God that gives children. No, you are responsible for the children you have. That's why you can determine to have 2 or 3 or 10. And if you have 10, don't come to us telling us there are many. When you were producing them, you should have known that there will be many. So don't make us feel bad that you couldn't take care of your 10 children because we didn't all contribute. It is not a general contribution business. Every family ought to produce the number they can take care of. Somebody is busy pregnanting his wife every year. Mama Obiageri, she has produced 5. Every year. She almost died at 51, and you want to push another one. Why? You say it is the gift of God. It is the foolishness of you and your wife. It is not the gift of God. You have the ability to stop it. You have the ability to control it. You even have the ability to determine to space the children, so you don't wear your wife out in a hurry. Because there's something that childbirth does to a woman's body. To stop God. I tried to stop it last year. It has come again. You didn't try it. You are presumptuous. You are not proactive. Medical science has come out with different ways to block it and to create it. In fact, medical science has advanced to a level they can help you produce a boy if that's what you want. And they can help you produce a girl if that's what you want. And if you want 3, medical science has come out with advanced technology. They will make sure 3 come out. If you want 8, medical science has grown to that level. It shows you the level to which God has given man power on the earth. And the moment the child is born, whether he came by medical science or he came by IVF or he came by surrogacy, whatever form, as the moment the child is born, he begins to tick in God's plan. It fits in because God's plan is not individuals. God's plans are not dependent on individuals. God's plan is Christ. So when all individuals are born to navigate into God's plan, once you enter Christ, there's a path for you. Am I teaching good? Say with me, God is good. Say Satan is bad. Say God is not responsible for evil on the earth. Say man is responsible. And man decides to give Satan access to carry out evil. I didn't hear a good amen. Now, why am I getting into all of this? Because somebody needs to hear it.
Hello, beloved. You're welcome back to our YouTube channel. I brought you an interesting video from Dr. Abel Damina, and this is what the man of God has concerning children are not gifts from God. Baby are not made by God; they are made by human being, which is men and women. And there are some few things he talks about in this video that are actually an eye-opening message or an eye-opening teaching. I will call it that, but there are some things he says in this video that do not actually really sits well by me. But I also understand the fact that religion has made it a way that everything, it's God that is responsible for it. Yes, that is what they have made us believe as Christians, that everything you go through, everything you have, it's God. But there are some things he actually say that I will hold strongly to say that yes, he's speaking the fact and nothing but the truth. But I feel like in this thing, with this message I heard, with what I've listened to by Dr. Abel Damina, with all due respect, I will say that I don't agree with him saying that babies are not gifts or are not made by God, they are made by human being. I will actually dispose that fact honestly, because I'll say that in terms of technology and in terms of this thing, what is it called, science and all that, they know how they have created a woman's ovary and all that, but they cannot actually create that sperm, that egg that will actually bring a real human being to the world, which is that will bleed blood and all that. They can't do that. So I will feel like human being cannot actually create babies, but we are given the opportunity that babies come to this world through human beings. We are given that facility. Let's say a man and a woman is given that facility. As a man, you have that sperm to be able to fertilize a woman's egg for her to be able to bear a child or conceive a child, let me put it that way. Without the help of these two individuals, I don't think it will be possible, no matter what you do, because you cannot keep a woman and say that, oh, with as a woman you'll be able to create a child, you'll be able to have a child of your own. No, you cannot. And with a man, you cannot say you keep 10 men in a room. With the thing that is happening, men to men having sex and all that will never create a baby, and women to women will not create a baby. And but with the help of these two individuals, with these two opposite sex, we can actually bring a life into this world, something beautiful, something special that science cannot still explain the mystery behind how this particular thing from a man's body and this particular thing from a man's body can actually form a human being. I think it's not done. Study has not shown it anywhere that science can actually do that. They can't, but they can create a woman's ovary and all that, but they cannot be able to produce egg or sperm and all that. That is why in today's world we still have people that donate their eggs and their sperms and all that to some facility, because some people's egg are bad that it can't they can actually use their egg for babies and men and all that, a whole lot of things like that. But you cannot see that God is not the author of babies. God is not the one that creates human beings, I will actually disagree with my little knowledge, with the little things that I've actually gathered. I will say that with all due respect, sir, baby are actually given to us by God. So yes, we know that we can determine the sex of our baby these days. Yes, that is how far and broad science has gone. You can actually determine if it's all girl child you want to have. You can actually determine if it's a boy child you want to have. You can actually determine that you don't want a deformed child. You see it from the eggs and all that. Once you see that, oh, this baby is not actually going to be normal, you can actually terminate that pregnancy or before it gets to full time to be birthed into this world, for you not to go through some certain kind of burdens and all that, because it's not everybody that had that mind to be able to see a deformed child through, because there's something that they will be there for you to take care of for the rest of your life. I'm not saying that they are bad or they are not good, but there are people there that cannot actually, they don't have that heart to actually be able. Some people maltreat them, they put them outside, like babies that have autisms and some in forms of deformity and all that. Some parents abandon them, because I've come across videos on social media that I see that a woman left her child that has autism. She can't talk, she can't walk. They keep her in a chair from morning till night. The neighbor has to report to child welfare that this child is being maltreated because she has autism and she cannot do anything for herself. So it's not everybody that has that's I don't know how to put it, that has that heart. So even though it's their own flesh and blood, but they can't. So like what I was saying before all these things came in, I would say that actually babies are actually gifts from God. We human beings are actually just like, let's say, let me use an example like a bread. For example, you can have all your flour, oil, eggs and everything. Let's take it like you want to bake something. I don't think you, after mixing those things without an oven, you cannot actually get that thing to actually, whether gas oven or your normal fire oven and all that. Let's say you put a pot on the fire and you pour sand on it, and then after mixing this thing, that bread, you that flour, and you put it there. At the end of 10 or 45 minutes to 1 hour, depend on how big your bread is, at the end of the day it's going to actually come and baked, and then you call it bread. It's no longer that raw materials again. So that is what me, I will say that God is the owner or the genesis behind the raw material. We human beings are just to carry it to the world. So that is what me, I will actually see that I don't really agree with him. Yes, we know we can control how, like if we don't want to give birth, you're giving birth to excess, you can put a stop to it, because science has actually advanced to that level that if you don't want to have a child, you don't want to have. You cannot say, oh, because you're sexually active or this, that is why. Unless people that are naive and somehow like they don't have that knowledge, or they don't have that exposure to that type of fertility or medication, they are the only ones that bring baby. And I feel like in natural ways you calculate your time and all that, so that you don't fall victims of being pregnant every year. But that doesn't mean that we human beings, we can actually create baby. Okay, what about those that are married that they don't have child of their own? They have gone to medical facilities and all that, they seem to be all right, but they can't be able to conceive. So what do you want to tell me? If there is no spiritual beings that control that process, do you think that some people will be barren, some people will have low sperm count? Because if it's something that you, a man and a woman, can say that, oh, you have the power to actually bring to this world, you have the power to do and do the undo, why is it that some people are there looking for a child they can't have? Either you see that the man has a low sperm count, or you see that the woman, her ovary is too hot, her eggs are damaged and all that. There are some women there that they don't even have the woman organs in them to be able to carry a baby and all that. So if God doesn't give you that facility, or God doesn't give you that thing for you to be able to carry a child, I don't think you'll be able to carry a child. So with all due respect, sir, baby are actually created by God, and baby are God's gift to human being and all that. Yes, Adam was the only human being that was created by God, but through that process we can actually recreate and all that. That is just it, period. So there is nothing that shows that. Yes, I know that with science a lot of things are possible, and with what I have said also, you cannot do without a normal human being to be able to produce those things for you to be able, no matter the level of science, I don't think they can unlock that mystery, because it's God's gift to mankind, and there's nothing they can do about. They can't do anything. No, even though it is in the next 100 years coming, I don't think human being science, no matter the level of intelligence or how intelligent things are being, like, how will I even put it, God, see this thing, but as I'm saying it, it's kind of getting to me somehow and all that. No matter how it is, I don't think they will be able to create a human being, a normal human being like you and I. That is just it, and that is my take on this video. But I'm not saying that what he says in this video, some of it are actually true. Some people just give birth like fowl. Honestly, every year some women are pregnant. Every 10 to 12, 13, 14 months they are pregnant. So I don't understand how they do it and all that, and they can actually put a stop to it by some pills, medications and all that, so that you don't give birth to 10 children that you cannot take care of, running from one pastor to another to help you, or putting your children on the streets to beg for money for you to be able to feed them and feed yourself. So that is child slavery. That is what me I'll call it, because when I see those things on the roadside, children begging for money instead of them to be in a school to get a better life or learn a trade for their life to be better, they are on the road begging. So it gets to me sometimes when I see such things. So that is just my take on this video. So guys, before I go, please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly pause this video, subscribe, comment, like, share with family and friends so that you don't miss out on any of our content. And also don't forget to turn on the post notification to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. You're blessed. Bye for now.